This video is all about the signs of the ripening process in cantaloupes. We will harvest 2 together, and I will point out these signs on 5 Nor de Carmes melons, which is a French rare heirloom without any netting and turns from a blackish green to gold while ripening. Color change is just one of the signs, along with cracking, smell, dry tendril, bottom springs in, pitting, or dimpling. But first, well, number one, this greenish black rind is going to turn a yellow usually within 24 to 48 hours. And the closest tendril to that melon is not completely dried out at this point. Also, cracks at the stem is what we're also looking for, and the smell, and I'm not seeing 100% of any of that yet, but it is definitely getting close with the telltale signs of the cracking at the stem, and this tendril is starting to dry out. We've got just a little bit more here to go. So it is the next day. You can see how green this one is, and this one is now starting to lighten up. I can see just a little bit of yellow starting to begin right there. We already have the crack near the stem. Our tendril is getting more dried out. I can smell sweetness right here. We had a little bit of a rainstorm, so I went ahead and I tied it up in a plastic Kroger bag that I just cut the side and the bottom. And you can see she's starting to turn a little bit more yellowish in here. Remember, it usually only takes 24 to 48 hours for this thing to fully ripen up. Let's go this way. There we go. Now, normally I'm not using plastic to harness up the melons, but I could not find my knee-highs, my pantyhose. Next day again. And look at this. Look at how yellow this has gotten. Almost white. You can tell through the Kroger bag how yellow that is, no longer green. Okay, so later the same day, look at this. Can you see this rusting and a little bit of what looks like it's starting to turn and maybe rot, and it smells so good right here. Let me see if it'll do a full slip for us. Nope. So I'm gonna water all of everything tomorrow. However, I will not be watering the melons, because remember, you want to restrict the water before you're going to pick your melons. Next day, it is the 17th, and I just took this out. There are more little rotten kind of looking spots on it. Smells sweeter. This is almost completely golden now. And I want to see if this will slip off easy or not. There's still some resistance here. So let's try later tonight. Okay, so taking this out of the bag for a minute, I did go at the bottom where the flower or the blossom originally was, and I can get that to spring in, push in a little bit. It's a little bit of a soft spot down there. That's another sign that it is ready and that it is ripe. So the last thing that we're really waiting for is for this to slip off easily. The tendrils dried out, the color is here. I mean, there's no denying that the color's here. And you can smell the sweetness when you put your nose right up here to the connection point. There's no denying it. So it is 11 hours later. It's still the 17th. This has all the signs that it is done. Again, the closest tendrils completely dried out. When I pushed at the bottom, there's a little bit of cush. At the connection point, I can smell how sweet it is. It just got done raining, so I had to come out here and take the water out of the bag. And when I moved it, all I could smell was sweetness. The color has changed, another indication that it's ripe. And when I was out here moving it, look what happened. You see that? Starting to come up? Okay, that's pretty easy. That's a pretty good full slip. Now, if I would have had both hands and been able to take the melon in both hands and just twist, this would have came right off for us. You can really smell it now that it's off of the connection point here. Guys, it is the next day. I can smell melon all throughout the kitchen all night long. It's fantastic. I am at the end, the bottom of this melon. This here will have a little bit of a cush, so I'm gonna put my finger right in the middle, and it's gonna be ever so slight. It might not translate. See how this is moving right here? Just a little bit. That's it. Guys, it is August 19th, and I have 3 of these melons turning color on me. This one here will be the next one to be picked, and I can smell sweetness all around me right now. But we have some dimpling. We have some nice golden color change. It's not as golden as it needs to be. The closest tendril is right here, and it's only halfway dried out. This one down here is changing, gorgeous color for us, and so is this one. So the only one that's still dark is right here. Okay, so I was out here doing a little bit of tomato leaf pruning and marigold pruning, and can you see where this is kind of lifting away here? And look at this golden color. I can smell it. Tendril, all the tendrils are dried up. It has the pitting. Yeah, I can push it in at the bottom. I'm gonna see if I can just take it so it doesn't fall in the middle of the night and the raccoons get it. So let's see what this does. Slipped off so easy. Excellent. Now you guys, I have got 3 in the refrigerator. Thank you so much for watching, and I invite you again to subscribe, as I have been gardening for over 40 years and have a lot to teach, show, grow, review, experiment with, and my favorite, a specific variety everything deep dive. So let's try new things together, mix it up, and have a glorious day.